For over 4,500 years, the pyramids of Egypt have stood in the desert, towering over history. Massive, perfectly aligned, and unbelievably precise. The Great Pyramid of Giza alone is built from over 2.3 million stone blocks. Many of them weigh 2 to 15 tons. Some stones used inside the structure weigh over 70 tons. And yet, they were placed with such precision that even today a razor blade can barely fit between some of the stones. But here's the real question. How did people 4,500 years ago, without modern machines, cranes, or steel tools, build something like this? For a long time, people imagined thousands of slaves dragging stones under the burning sun. But modern archaeology tells a very different story. The pyramids were most likely built by skilled workers, not slaves. These builders were fed well and treated as an important workforce. But the real mystery is not who built them, it's how. The limestone blocks used for the outer casing were quarried nearby, but the massive granite stones inside the pyramid came from Aswan, over 800 kilometers away. Transporting stones this heavy across such a distance sounds impossible. Yet ancient engineers may have used the Nile River itself as a giant highway. Recent discoveries suggest that canals once ran much closer to the pyramid sites than they do today. But getting the stones to the site was only the beginning. The real challenge was lifting them upward. Some blocks had to be placed over 140 meters above the ground, without cranes, without engines, without modern tools. So how did they do it? One leading theory involves massive ramps. Long, gradually rising ramps made of mud brick and limestone debris. Workers could drag stones up these ramps using wooden sledges. In fact, ancient wall paintings show workers pulling giant statues on sledges while someone pours water on the sand in front. This small detail turns out to be incredibly important. Wet sand reduces friction, making heavy objects much easier to pull. In experiments today, scientists discovered that adding just the right amount of water can reduce the effort needed to move massive loads by almost half. Ancient engineers may have understood this trick thousands of years ago, but ramps alone may not explain everything. Some researchers believe there were spiral ramps wrapping around the pyramid as it grew taller. Others suggest internal ramps hidden inside the structure itself. There may even have been multiple techniques used at the same time. Because building the Great Pyramid was not a simple project. It was one of the largest construction efforts in human history. Tens of thousands of workers, decades of planning, precise organization, and astonishing engineering knowledge. The pyramids are also aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. Their accuracy is so impressive that modern engineers still debate how ancient surveyors achieved it. Some theories suggest they used stars in the night sky to guide their measurements. Others believe they tracked shadows from the sun. Whatever the method was, it worked. For thousands of years, the Great Pyramid was the tallest structure on Earth. And even today, with all our modern technology, we still admire the brilliance of the engineers who built it. Because the truth is, the pyramids were not built by aliens. They were built by humans. Humans with patience, ingenuity, and an extraordinary understanding of engineering. And that might be the most impressive part of the story. 4,500 years ago, ancient engineers built something so massive, so precise, and so enduring that it still leaves the modern world wondering, how did they really do it?